All the little duckies swimming in a row. Do 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 do. 3 orange duckies followed by a blue one, followed by a green, then a purple, then a clear. All the little duckies swimming in a row. Do 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 do. I love you.
I love you too, but you're fucking weird.
You married me. Hey Dragonlings, welcome to this week's vlog. How to tell you're not drinking enough water in 101. You can't clear your throat for shit. So, hi Dragonlings, welcome back. It's been a hot second. Last week I did a lot of ranting and raving and a lot of sleeping, and I don't really know what I talked about, honestly. Even though I literally just finished editing that video a couple hours ago. I've already forgotten half of what I said in that video. It's definitely one of my less professionally edited videos, if I say so myself. I just wanted to get it done at that point. This past weekend was Labor Day weekend, and over the weekend I didn't do squat, and I had Monday off because of the fact that it was Labor Day, and the clinic's closed on Labor Day. It's closed on all national holidays that where if the bank is closed, the clinic's closed, kind of thing. So I did not have work on Monday nights, and usually what happens is during the day on Monday, I have my work date with Amy, I edit my video during the day, and then I upload it on Monday night while I'm at work. And I didn't do that because I didn't go to work. I didn't do much of anything over the weekend. I, in fact, played Stardew Valley for the first time ever. That game has been on my wish list for years, basically since I signed up for a Steam account. I don't know which came first, Stardew Valley or my Steam account, but I've had it on my wish list since I created my Steam account or since it came out. I don't know which. And in my head, I was thinking, oh, it's just this cute little farming sim where you just grow plants all day and you just build your farm up. And I was comparing it to like those mobile phone games where there's no storyline. You literally just build your farm and sell the crops, and that's the game. That's the entire game. That's what I thought Stardew Valley was. Those who have played Stardew Valley are laughing at me right now, probably, and those who have never even heard of Stardew Valley are probably like, what the fuck are you talking about, Skye? It is a farming sim. It's little 8-bit pixelated farming sim, and it's super cute. I love it. I love anything that's pixelated like that. I love the 8-bit game genre. Give me a good side scroller. Give me Final Fantasy, like the original Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 2. I don't remember if 3 was pixelated either. Frogger. Like, give me those 8-bit video games, and I'm in hog heaven. And I thought Stardew Valley was one of those where you just build your farm and you sell things and stuff like that. And like, that was as creative as it got. And I was so wrong. And I have never been so happy to be so wrong. Because there's an actual storyline, which I didn't know about. You have to go and fight monsters, which I didn't know about. Like, I was prepared to love it, but I was prepared to love it for completely different reasons than I love it. And I am addicted, and I've been playing it all weekend long. Like, straight up. I played it for all day, from the moment I woke up to the time I went to bed. I got up to go to the bathroom. I got up to eat food. It was grab bag for dinner that night. Like, that was it on Monday, Labor Day. Now, to be fair, a lot of that was the fact that I was having some problems with internet. Like, I could not get it to connect at all. So I was on and off the internet all day. In fact, actually at one point I sent JC a message, or at least I tried to send her a message saying the fact that my internet was spotty, because we had plans to meet up and do like planning stuff, like 5-year planning stuff, and we were supposed to meet like behind scenes kind of thing and just chit chat. And I tried sending her a message saying, hey, I won't be able to, my internet keeps going out, except for it never sent the message. And so at the end of the day, it was probably actually like well after she had already gone to bed. It was the next day for me. Around the same time I normally would have been getting off to go home in the morning, I finally received like 5 or 6 messages from her being, and the final one was like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" And I'm like, you obviously didn't get my message. And yeah, I saw the little failed to deliver or failed to send little symbol. It's just fantastic. But yeah, that was my weekend. I played Stardew Valley all weekend for like 12 hours straight. More than that. And my original plan for this weekend was to rewatch The Goonies. That did not happen. Because we found a double feature copy of Goonies and Gremlins. And I was going to watch Goonies over the weekend because I haven't seen it since I was my kids' age, possibly younger. To the point where, like, it's one of my husband's favorite movies. And it got to the point, at one point, where Justin was making references to different things in the Goonies. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Please stop. I don't know what you're talking about. He was like, it's from the Goonies. And I'm like, I obviously do not remember this movie, like, at all. Because I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, my plan is to eventually rewatch that. It just didn't happen this past weekend like it should have. Because I was addicted to Stardew Valley all weekend long. And I'm not mad about it. And then, all of that to say, I get to work today. It's Tuesday. Well, now it's Wednesday. Anyways, I get to work today. And I was like, oh yay, I'll edit my video. I'll get it uploaded. Everything will be hunky-dory. They're making changes to the systems they use here. And I can't get onto the internet. It keeps saying connected, no internet access. So my vlog's gonna be very late. It was originally gonna be just Tuesday night late versus like Wednesday late, and now it's gonna be late Wednesday, possibly Thursday late. And I'm gonna try again tomorrow to connect to the internet here at work. It takes like minutes for a video to upload at work, which is why I've been trying to upload them at work. If I try uploading them at home, it will take hours. The last video, it was like a 30-minute video. The last video I tried to upload at my house, the timer countdown thing said I had 2.5 hours from start to finish. And my laptop is the kind that if it falls asleep, it stops uploading the video and it has to start all over. So what I've been doing at home to combat that, if I have to upload a video at home, because I'm not going to stay awake and just wiggle the mouse every few minutes, no. Nor am I going to set my computer, because the computer's weird about it, nor am I going to set it to never fall asleep. No. Instead, what I do is I let it upload the video, and then I have another video playing in the background, like 10 plus hours of music playing in the background. What that does is that prevents my computer from falling asleep. However, it also doubles the amount of time it takes for the video to upload. I love Starlink, which is what I have for internet. I have Starlink. It's the only thing available in my area now because we are now outside the grid area for the internet provider in town, which is CenturyLink. So CenturyLink is the only, there's two internet providers in town. There's CenturyLink and the local one that's like Three Rivers. I don't remember their exact name. Those are the only two. Three Rivers literally does the in-town, central in town. Like, it doesn't even do the outskirts of town. It just does a small center of town. And then everyone around them has CenturyLink. And then out here where I am, you've got your phone company, if they do internet access, internet stuff, because some of the phone companies are now doing internet bundles. And when Starlink was still like in beta, I applied and got Starlink. We qualified for Starlink, which is great. And when we first got Starlink, it was amazing. Like, videos would upload in seconds, not minutes, seconds. Now, granted, my videos were a lot shorter back then. I think they were like 10, 15 minutes long. But like, if it took less than 5 minutes to upload like a 30-minute video, whereas now it takes like 3 hours. Because what happened is the moment it came out of beta testing, they cut our speeds in half. So like my upload, I don't know numbers. I just know that the upload numbers are pretty much half of what they were when it was still in beta testing. And we did get an email. They were like, by the way, we're no longer in beta, so we're going to be cutting internet speeds. This is what you should expect. And we are getting what they said we should expect. However, we're paying more, and our internet was cut in like half. And I'm just like, granted, it's not much more, but that's not the point. The point is that this is supposed to be better. And if we were not in such a remote location, it would actually be, like if I compare our upload speeds where we're at now to our upload speeds to where we were at in North Carolina, we're actually doing worse and we're paying twice as much. Nope. That's a lie. We're not paying twice as much. We're paying roughly the same amount. But our internet speed is like not good compared to what it was, and I had CenturyLink when we were living in North Carolina because that was all of those available to us at the time. You know, that was the best for the cheapest kind of thing. Anyways, all that to say that my video is gonna be late, and probably videos going forward are going to be late if I keep filming the way I have been filming, where I film like each video each week. I'm going to try. I haven't filmed this week's video, the one that's supposed to upload Thursday. I haven't filmed it. I'm supposed to be doing stuff about anthologies, but I also have another video idea that I want to film. And then I've had enough people. I've been needing to do the Notion video, and at this point, what I think I need to do is just sit down and do like a not live, like unlisted live stream. The reason I haven't done the Notion video is because I haven't been able to figure out exactly how to do the Notion video. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what my hair's doing. All this short hair, it's now, it's finally hit that stage. It's too long. It's too long to be tame, and it's too short to put in a ponytail. Like, none of this is ponytail length. But it will not stay down where it belongs either, so it's just spiking up randomly. You probably noticed my last vlog, especially this one hair. Anyways, y'all probably don't care. I'm the only one that cares. And it's because it's bothering me. There's a new hairstyle I want to try when I do cut it. I'm trying to wait until after the wedding to do that. Both my kids have new hairstyles they want to try. We're trying to wait until after the wedding to do. And then I have a new hairstyle I want to do. And I'm waiting until after the wedding to do. My hairstyle isn't that much. I just want to like do the undercut, but I want to grow out the upper portions of the undercut. So like I just want to shave right around my ear, and I want to taper it to a V. Like that's it. It's nothing fancy, but I want to make sure I don't do that before the wedding. Unless the stylist takes one look at me and says I can't do anything with the short pieces. In which case I'll be lying. Bitch, you lying, but okay. Anyways. Yay, the problems with growing out an undercut. Anyways. This was a long convoluted clip. I'm gonna go do my sprints with JC, and then I will be back to chat some more because I want to talk about what I am doing moving forward. I was going to make it its own, actually no, that needs to be its own video because it's going to be convoluted and long, and I have a lot to go over with that, so never mind. That's going to be the video hopefully for Thursday. I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore. Welcome to this week's vlog. I'll chat with you guys later. So I wanted to show this real quick. I mentioned in a vlog a couple weeks ago that I got this, but I already didn't like it because of the coil. Luckily, this one only cost me $5 because I hate it and I haven't touched it since Steph and I did our planning stream where I set it up for September. Instead, what I did is I took one of my covers that I've had lying around for Discbound Planner, and Discbound, it actually already had some paperwork in it. It had some edits for Hunter's Betrayal. I think that's what that is. Yes, Hunter's Betrayal. So it had that in there, but that was the only thing in there. And I printed out the HB90 method planner. I have used this in the past. I bought an undated one many, many moons ago, and I printed off the pages that I knew I would use, so I didn't even use, like, the first page I printed off was 19, because I don't need all the beginning stuff. But the only other thing I need to do is I need to print off an extra month, because I forgot to do that when I printed this off. And I have a bookmark in here for September. I've already transferred all the information from the other planner to this one and added some stuff in. I'm not really going to use this page for September, the goals and stuff. My goal is just to survive, basically. Because I'm filling this out like it's Thursday, I'm going to use this page as a what did I do, this kind of thing, and I counted last night's stuff versus anything else. And then I've got, the way I've got this set up, again, I'm not going to worry about this week, really. I filled this in from what I know, but it's probably off. This is what I plan to do, which I will fill out daily. So, like, I filled out Thursdays, even though I'm about to go to bed, because I work nights, for anyone who doesn't know. And then I've got what I actually did. I know I did stuff on Tuesday, but I don't remember what. I do need to make notes of a couple things that did not happen, though. So this will be, like, for what did or did not happen. So, like, Gwen was supposed to have soccer and volleyball on Tuesday, but she actually came home sick. So I need to mark down that she did not attend practice. So, and the way this is going to work, like I said, I will fill out the daily portion at the beginning of my day before I go to bed. And then, so like, before I go to bed tomorrow, I will fill out this with what I need to do. And I will also fill out with this with what I did do. And this will stay at home on my desk pretty much. Ignore the sticky note. It was some thoughts that came to my head that I just need to get out. And I'll probably use more sticky notes more often. What's the next page? Does that start the next week? I don't generally use this page, but if I need to brainstorm some stuff, I guess instead of using sticky notes, I could have just put that information on this page, but whatever. And then I will fill out the weekly page, which I sometimes fill out and sometimes I don't. But I'm getting back in the habit of using the HB90 planner. All this stuff before this month, like the pages I printed out, I will do this for October, like future projects and stuff like that. I will fill all this out for October, November, Q4. I will fill it out for Q4, basically. But yeah, I've switched back to an HB90 discbound planner. It's still letter size, which is annoying, but the other thing I could do is I could pull out Hunter's Betrayal, because I'm not doing anything with that right away, put it in a different notebook, and I could grab that 5-year planner and probably not going to, but possibly stick it in here somehow. Whether I just let it slide in and kind of tuck it in here and rubber band this together kind of thing, or what. I haven't decided, but I gotta do something. But I'm hoping that switching back to the HB90 planner, I did really good with planning and sticking to those plans when I was using the HB90 planner. So I'm hoping that I'm going to use this month as practice before I like hit the ground running for Q4. But I'm hoping this will get me back on track. But we shall see. Hey Dragonlings, just a quick check-in. I am at soccer with the youngest. She had volleyball this afternoon and we went straight from volleyball to soccer. So that's fun. I am working on scripting a video where I'm doing like a Notion tour. And it won't probably be like a complete Notion tour, because what I'll probably do is just a tour of the pages I use most, because I have a lot of pages set up in Notion as I'm realizing as I'm going through and writing the script. And like 90% of them I don't use. I'd use like 2 of the pages that I've created, maybe 3. I don't use that many. So I'm just going to do like a basic like brush over of the ones that I created but don't use, whether I don't use them yet or like I created them and I keep them because in case I change my mind, but I'm probably not going to use them for real. But otherwise I will be doing just a tour of the pages that I use the most, because that's going to be a long discussion anyways, because the ones I use the most have so much detail to them. But that's coming. Like, I'm scripting the video now, and then I don't know if it's going to be a vlog clip or if it's going to be a video by itself. It depends on how long it takes. But, like, Sam was using... I went to Sam's live stream this morning, and she was for her 5-year live streaming anniversary, and she was using Restream, and I was asking questions, and she was struggling with Restream to... just use the same stream over and over again to create, so she wouldn't have to do new colors every time. And I was like, oh, let me do a video about that because I've got the solution. So that might be its own video depending on how long it takes me to explain that, or that might be a clip in a vlog coming out. But what I'm working on now, because I always bring my laptop or my tablet with me when I come to the soccer games, especially like if she has the second afternoon game, like she does today, because that means that she's not going to be playing for a bit. And when she finally does, I got to sit through another game first. There's 4 teams this year. Usually there's 3 and they all kind of alternate. This year there's 4 teams, and the way they have it split is they do 2 sets of games, and each game has 2 sets. 2 like 15-minute games, or 2 15-minute games, 2 20-minute games, something like that. So it's team like A and versus B for the first game, and they play 2 sets. And then there's team C and D, and they play 2 sets. And that's alternating every, like, this time it's A versus C and B versus D kind of thing. I don't know. Probably not explaining that correctly, but anyways, they alternate how it happens. And so my kiddo is on the second set. Speaking of kiddo, what's that? You okay? Did you forget your water bottle?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
Your hoodie's in the inside of your jersey.
Yes. No, I'm not lying. I totally did not forget them.
As she shoves them in her pocket. And her phone too. Oh, that was your wallet you grabbed.
Yeah.
I just saw you grab something else. I didn't see the shit bit.
Just in case I need to buy more water.
Okay.
Because the food booth is open.
Okay. Always forget about the food booth. Bye. But anyways, so what I'm working on now is scripting that video. I've done a video. I did a live stream for AWC a couple of years ago. 2024, actually. I don't know why I said a couple of years ago. I did it in 2024. So if you're interested in seeing like a quick overview, that's a good place to start. I'll leave that linked in the description. But now I'm going to do an actual tour that's like full description, look at it kind of thing, instead of a quick rundown. I have no idea how long that video is going to be, other than freaking long, which is part of the reason it might be split into parts. Like I might be like, here is this section for this part, and here is this section for this part. Like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm going to film it all at once, and then I'll split it when I'm editing it. I probably have more to update, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I have lots of feelings about things that are happening lately in the publishing world. Some good, some bad. I went on enough of a rant last week with my AI discussion, though, so I think I'm going to avoid that this week. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the soccer game. It's not my kid playing yet. So the teams this year, they've got green, they've got navy, they've got blue, and they've got red. And my kid is on the blue team. They're called the Sharks. At least that's their name currently. They've called themselves the Sharks. And last week they went against green, I think. I would have to watch the vlog clip. You know what? That's dumb. I'm saying colors when I've got video right here I could look at. And then this week, it's navy against the green team. Yeah, they went against green last week. And now we're going against red this week. But the green and navy are playing together this week, and I'm like watching and getting distracted by them. Oh, I should have brought a puppy with me today. Oh well, it was such a busy day. There was no way. There was no way. The girls had a blast yesterday. They brought home their school pictures, which is great and fantastic. But when they were putting them away, they found the rest of the school pictures, and so they started just flipping through the school pictures that we bought over the years, and even some of the ones what we haven't, where they gave us like the form with like a thumbnail picture image, preview image, so that if you want to order in the future, you can. So like, I've got a bunch of those, and I've got a bunch of the actual school pictures. And so they were flipping through it. At one point, Gwen was hilarious. She was looking at one of those preview ones, and she was like, I don't know who this is, but they're so cute. And she looked at it, and she kind of got this confused look on her face, and she was like, oh wait, that's me! It was so adorable. So adorable. But yeah, oh my god, it was such a cute moment. But it made me realize that there's a friend of mine up here. She's one of the other 4-H moms, and she does something with her kids that I absolutely love. And I wish I'd thought of this when the kids were younger. And I still can do it. But, like, we don't live in the kind of home that hangs pictures up. The pictures that are hung up on our wall are pictures that were pretty much already there. We sometimes hang up posters, but most of the time we don't do that either. So, like, anything that's already on the wall, anything that you ever see on a video on the wall is probably something that was already there. And if it wasn't, it was something my husband hung up, because we're not very much a picture family. Well, there's no portraits hung up anywhere in the house that we hung up, because that's not the kind of people we are. But the person I know has like 3 picture frames because she has 3 kids. And in the picture frames, it's laid out in a way so it's got kindergarten through 12th grade. Like, there's 12 slots in this picture frame, and every year she gets a class photo of the kids. She puts one of them in the frame for that year, and I'm like, I love that idea, and I want to do that for the girls. Like, I want to make something similar to that. We've also taken a couple different family portraits over the years. I'm really sad that, so when Gracelyn, my oldest, was a baby, like, she was not even a year old. I hadn't found out I was pregnant with Gwen yet, so I know she was less than 2 years. But when Gracelyn was a baby, we went and had professional pictures taken with her. And I really wish we could have afforded that when Gwen was born. We could not afford it, unfortunately. Oh, goal. And unfortunately we couldn't afford it. And it sucks, because, like, I've got these professionally portrait pictures of Gracelyn, and the only baby pictures I have of Gwen are ones we took ourselves with very shitty digital cameras back then. I do not have any professional baby pictures. Actually, no, that's a lie. I do have a couple of professional baby pictures of Gwen, because at the time, one of my sisters was dating someone who was doing, like, photography. And so he asked me one day, he was babysitting, and he was like, "Hey, can I take photos of your kids?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He was like, "I'm practicing for my photography class and I need portraits." And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Take all the pictures you want. Just don't post them anywhere." And he was like, "Cool." He sent them to me, and they were beautiful. I love them. So, like, those are the only professional pictures I have of them, and they're just, like, portraits. That's it. So I don't have any, like, I don't have any family portraits of all 4 of us when they were babies. I don't have any portraits of, other than the couple that he took, I don't have any professional portraits of Gwen as a baby. And I really hate that. Like, that makes me super sad. Like, that is the one thing that I regret not getting pictures of. My family was, I was born and raised, sorry, this is coming out weird. I grew up breeding and raising Shetland ponies and Shetland pony crosses. Mostly Shetland pony Arabian crosses, though we did have a Hackney, and we had a couple of other grade A ponies that we bred with the Shetlands, but not the point. The point is that I grew up breeding and raising ponies, and because we were breeding, raising, and selling ponies, we were constantly taking photographs. So from the moment I was like 7, I've had a camera in my hand, and I've gotten good at photography over the years. But I've never had, like, a professional camera with, like, a lens and stuff like that. That takes the really good pictures. Plus, all of my editing skills are self-taught. So, like, anything I do as far as, like, editing photos is something I can do quick and easy and fast. I've never spent more than a few minutes digitally editing photos to make them crisp and clear and pretty. So, like, none of my photos, other than maybe a filter, are, like, digitally enhanced in any way. The most I do these days with my photos is I do autofix with, like, the brightness and the colors, and I revert it if I don't like the way it looks. And for, like, my thumbnails, I put a filter over it. It's called, it's on Canva. It's called Tundra. I do that because I like the green tint on all of my photos for my thumbnails. And that's the extent of my editing with photos. My point of saying all this is that, like, I love photography so much, and I love scrapbooking. And, like, when I go back and flip through all the pictures I have a fuck ton of digital pictures. I had to buy more Google space on my Google Drive because I ran out of room. Even with deleting all the video clips I take so many photos. Less these days. I take more video these days than pictures. But I have taken so many pictures over the years that I ran out of space on my Google Drive and I had to buy more space. So I pay like $3 for 20 gigs, I think, of space. And I've already used up like half of it already. And again, I delete the video clips. Anytime every time I finish editing a vlog and it's uploaded, I know everything's good to go, I delete the video clips. So, all that to say that it makes me really sad that when I'm flipping through the boxes of the physical pictures I have before I went straight digital, because I didn't go straight digital until sometime after the youngest was like 2 or 3. She was a toddler already. And looking back through all the physical pictures I have from before I went completely digital, I don't have a lot of pictures of her, and none of the pictures I have are the professional kind, except for the one family portrait we took. And I do love those photos, don't get me wrong. They were like a Western themed kind of thing. It was one of those themed portrait things, and we did that with my parents. It was me, DeHubs, which is Justin, if you didn't know, my 2 kids, and then my parents. And we did something like that. I would love to do that again because that was so much fun. They were looking at those last night too, and they were like, the youngest looked at me and she was like, why was I dressed as a boy? And I was like, because, kiddo, and here's the goodness truth. If you, I straight told her, I was like, if you ever come out to me and your dad as trans, we will not be surprised. And she looked at me and she was kind of like, what? And I was like, yeah, we will not be surprised if you ever look at us one day and be like, I'm a trans man. And I'll be like, okay, cool. And you will not surprise us. Like, it will not be a shock. And she was like, why? And I was like, because you went through a phase for the first couple of years, from the moment you could talk until like you were 5, until you started school. I was like, you went through a phase, and it might not have been a phase, I don't know, but every once in a while you would dress as a boy, you wanted the boy hairstyle, and you would insist, I'm not a girl, I'm a boy. And we just rolled with it because we were like, fuck it, either you are actually a boy or you're just going through a phase, and it's none of our goddamn business either way. So like, she was dressed as a boy because she wanted to be dressed as a boy. I looked at her and I was like, that's the outfit you wanted to wear. You did not want to wear the little frilly dress. You wanted to wear I don't know what the kind of hat is called. I'm not good at fashion. This is not my thing. You wanted to wear the little cap, and you wanted the baseball bat, and you looked dapper as fuck, and you looked adorable. And we did not question it. In fact, actually, because of your hairstyle at the time, you got mistaken as a boy anyways, and you didn't correct people when they said I'm a girl. When they said you were a boy, you were like, okay, and you just rolled with it. And that was why you're dressed as a boy in these pictures, because you wanted to be. So that was a fun little conversation where I think a light bulb clicked in her head, and she was just like, oh, okay. So yeah. But yeah, all that happened like right before I walked out the door to work. So that was adorable, and it was a fun conversation to have. But yeah, I have talked way too long. I'm up 20 minutes of talking. I'm running out of voice. I need to take a drink. I'm going to get back to working on this script. And yeah, I will check in with you guys later.